Well, hello, and welcome back, or welcome to Pizzachan's podcast, Season 3, Episode 9. I can't believe we have done so many of these. 3 seasons of awesome streamers. There are so many more, but I'm pretty sure that you're getting tired of these after all. But anyway, today's guest, I hope you guys are well and cozy. You have your beverages. You got your cat. Scratch your cat. Our guest today is one of the most welcoming streamers I have ever met on Twitch. And Twitch is a big place. It's huge. She is one of the sweetest and most welcoming streamers I have met on Twitch. She's cute. She's kind. She kicks ass at horror games, both new and old. So she's not tunneled into the new AAA games. She plays retro as well, which is amazing. I found her playing Resident Evil 2. Imagine that. But yeah. I hope you're ready for this. She's bright. She's bubbly. This is ElektraKute. Let's bring her on, okay? Yes. I'm so excited. I'm excited. Electra, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello. Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. You lovely. What? Don't make me blush on the screen already. You just started. I'm just already blushing. No.
Yeah, little bit of gushing and fangirling there at the beginning. I do it to everybody.
No, I appreciate you. True. Thank you for the kind words. I have to mute the stream now because then I'm gonna have, double the sound.
Oh,
but thank you for the introduction. Thank you. You're too kind.
No.
What
is going on with the... I'm always having problems here. There we go. Why do I hear the music in the bathroom? Can you guys hear her okay?
Hello.
Can you hear her?
Hello.
Am I too loud? Because I'm always loud.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yes,
okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
I don't think I've introduced myself yet.
Oh, Zero, thank you for the follow.
Good job. Zero.
I did it, Electra. I did it. I finally fixed my sound after 3 seasons.
Good job. It's me with the electricity. I fixed it. A little shocking here and there.
The good vibes and everything. But anyway, how are you today? And thank you so much for coming and joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. How are you? How is everyone today? How's the weekend? I hope good.
I hope good.
I mean, I was a little busy earlier because I'm going to have dinner. I mean, family's coming over, so we're going to have dinner. So I spent a lot of time, scrubbing the toilet and stuff like that. But it's fine. I took a shower, so I'm fresh and nice. Don't worry.
We'll see that. She also domestic. Plays video games, is awesome, and domestic. Cleans toilets. Heck yeah!
Yeah, I clean the toilet, yeah. That's my job, cleaning the toilet.
Oh, man. All right, so we're going to get started with this. This is the hardest question on my list, Electra. It's the tell me about yourself and tell the chat about yourself.
Okay.
As little or as much as you want.
Okay, my name is Electra. Hello. I'm not that interesting, but I am Portuguese. I'm currently 28 years old. I'm gonna turn 29 on the 23rd of September. But yeah, I'm Portuguese. I'm currently living in Sweden. I've been here for about 5 years, and I still don't master the language, but it's totally fine. I'm still trying. Besides streaming and scrubbing the toilets, I spend a lot of time focusing on drawing and illustration because it is something that I do enjoy to do, even though sometimes I'm a little too lazy and tired to do it during the evenings, but I do try and spend a little time drawing and painting. But yeah, besides that, I also enjoy to read some books here and there. Also, don't have much time to do that because I'm always so tired after the stream that I just fall asleep like a dad in the couch. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to tell you.
I love the fall
I live with my boyfriend. I live with my boyfriend Marcus. He's always on the side in terms of the stream. So yeah, I don't have any pets besides him. But yeah.
You call him your pet. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't
I'm just
know
trying
you
to
were
be
an
funny.
artist. What kind? Do you just do regular line illustration, or you do digital art, old school art?
I just traditional art,
Okay.
just pen and paper. That's the thing that I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to transition from traditional to digital, but I'm such a boomer and I can't get the hang of it. Because traditional, you just get a pen and you just get a paper and you just start messing with it. When you go digital, you have to learn the program. You have these like 10,000 brushes and then different, thickness of the brushes and then different things that you have to do. So I've been trying, but
They
it's
overwhelm you
been
with options.
yeah, it is a little confusing, but that's usually technology, right? Back in the day, Windows 95, it was pretty simple, and now Windows 11, you have a bunch of things that you have to fix with the settings and whatnot. So yeah, it's normal. It's fine. It was the same thing with streaming. I had no idea in the beginning what I was doing. I just messed around, and then everything was completely wrong. And my stream was so laggy, so I had to basically go on YouTube and learn how to fix OBS because I had no clue. So yeah.
Did you forget at the beginning of the stream I said I just finally fixed my volume?
Okay, don't tell me that is broken again.
No.
Okay, no, it's not broken. Oh, thank God. Yeah, but it is... Like, it's normal with streaming, and I think it's good because if something is broken, it's live, that it's not pre-recorded. And it's funny sometimes.
It's alright. So you also mentioned book. What type of books do you like? Are you a horror, mystery, romance?
No, I'm not very into romance. I'm sorry. Most of the things are a little too nice, and then in real life it sucks.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay.
It's mostly horror and sci-fi, I would say. So books like Dune, for example, which is very hard to read, by the way. The old Dune books are terrible to read. I read them recently, and it was kind of heavy. Yeah. But like the Witcher books, for example, those are really, really nice. And I've been trying to get into some manga as well, but they are like so expensive, and they are like 100 books sometimes. So I'm getting started on those, but yeah. So mostly sci-fi and horror.
I like
Stephen
both
King.
of those categories. My favorite book is The Shining, so I fit into that
mine
category.
too. High five.
High five. Can you feel it?
I was high-fiving the camera. I forgot that it's not on. I'm such a doofus.
Not on. This is just chill day because it's like I don't want to brush my hair. I don't want to do anything. I'm going to scare everyone. But so it's fine. I'm just sitting in the chair and we can high five. And,
me too.
Yeah, so it's good. But yeah, I've read the book so much that the spine is like bent and it's got all kinds of stuff stuck in the pages.
Oh yeah. And sometimes the page starts ripping as well.
Yes.
Which is scary.
Like,
I put nail polish on them.
I like the smell of old books. I can't help it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I was thinking of buying the Amazon Kindle, but I was like, it looks nice. I was like, it's expensive, and I can't put my nose in the pages. So I was like, nah, that's gonna
ruin a book and getting a hand cramp.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you can use the book. I'm sorry, you can use the book as like to cover the sun. So if you're like sitting on the balcony, you just put the book on top of your face. Perfect. Don't have to worry about anything.
Too. You can hide your
yeah.
I love that. All right. So, what got you interested in Twitch?
Okay, this is kind of lame. This is kind of lame, but basically it was about a year, no, maybe 2 years into me moving to Sweden. I left pretty much all my friends. Yeah, I left all my friends behind, and they are not people that usually, chat a lot on the phone. So I was feeling a little lonely. I didn't have any, social life whatsoever. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm always talking to myself all the time. It's pretty much what people do on Twitch. So I'm just gonna get started and see how this, goes. So that was the reason why I started, because I moved and I was feeling lonely because I didn't have any friends. So I was just looking for some company. And I got a lot of company now.
Yes, you do.
I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely, yay!
You're no lonely. Yeah, I kind of did the same thing when I was introduced to Twitch. in 2014 I was diagnosed with cancer, so I had to
Oh,
go
damn.
so I had to go through all the treatments and everything. I really
Mm-hmm.
had to work, so I was like, okay, I need interaction while everybody else is at work. So I was like, oh, this Twitch streaming, and I was like, hey, these people are kind of nice. So that's where my Twitch introduction came from. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
but
Yeah, I was on Twitch way before that, but I never thought about streaming because I was like, I am not made for this. But
Yes, you are.
apparently, it was not that bad.
you are quite the showman when you're streaming.
But I was not in the beginning, though. I was not in the beginning. I
one
was
really is,
really
you know?
shy. No, that's true. I'm glad that, I mean, in the beginning, I didn't tell anyone, right? So I didn't tell my friends or anyone that I was starting. So I was streaming for a while with like 0 to 1 viewer. So that kind of solidified me. I had a lot of practice talking to myself, so now I cannot stop talking because I talk to myself and I talk to people, so I jibber jabber all the time.
The curse of a streamer.
Yeah,
Because I talk
it's
to
fine.
myself all the time too. Like when I'm
Mhm.
reading out my questions for the podcast or my intros, it's like I'm talking to myself again. I'm slightly mad. Slightly mad.
The thing is, though, do you talk to yourself in the third person? Because I talk to myself in the third person. It's like, Electra, goddammit, you're such a dumbass. Why did you put the spoon in the trash and then the whole yogurt cup in the sink
No,
to
that just means
wash?
you're more sophisticated.
Okay, thank you. I thought I was a little bit crazier than that.
Okay. All right. So, how long have you been streaming? I only recently found it.
That's also very complicated because I did start in like I don't even know, man. I think I started around May 2020. And then I streamed from May 2020 to around October 2020. And then me and Marcus moved cities. And sadly, the place that we got was not functioning very well in terms of having a setup. So basically, me and Marcus were sharing one desk. I had one monitor, and he had only one monitor, so it was not very good to continue streaming. So I waited for like a year before I start again. So, and I kind of redid everything. So let's just say that I've been streaming for a little bit more than 2 years now.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Time flies.
It does. When you first start, you're like, oh my god, how do I do this? Now it's like, I don't care. I'm gonna roll with this crazy ball of chaos.
Yeah, exactly. And it was crazy too because in the beginning I had no camera because I was too shy, and I was playing Final Fantasy 14. That was the game that I started streaming, and after a while I got myself a camera, but I still felt a little, not very good about showing myself. So I downloaded the Live 2D, so I was basically a VTuber for a while.
Okay.
And I just went and selected random ass things. Like one stream, I would be a potato. The next one, I would be a turkey. I was just experimenting with things. But after a while, I got a little tired of it, and I just went with the regular camera, and it was all right.
Dude, your setup is amazing, by the way. Your camera quality is always so clear. I can always hear you perfectly. So it's like envy.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I stole the camera from Marcus because he was actually streaming before. That's how we met. We met on Twitch.
Oh.
So he was streaming before, and then he quit because, I don't know, I think he got a little too tired of it. And then I basically stole his stuff. So the camera and the microphone are his. I just stole them.
With all of the garbage going on Twitch right now, I can see how people want to go, bye. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, what is the story behind your name, the ElektraKute?
Okay, so the ElektraKute, or basically in the beginning, I was only named Electra, but some people came to my chat being very mad that I was copying some other streamer and that I was trying to be like this streamer, but I would never be like this streamer. So I changed my name. But Electra, it was a nickname that my friends gave to me during middle school because for some goddamn reason, I don't know why, I have a lot of static electricity around me. So every single time that I would greet them or whatever with a hug or a handshake, I usually give out a little bit of a spark. So if we ever meet, be warned, I might give you a little shock. I don't know know why. I don't know why this happens, but yeah, that's why my name is Electra, because we were studying Greek mythology at that point, and
Don't
we
tell my
learned
mom.
about
She loves Greek mythology.
but basically, Electra is the Greek goddess of the storm clouds.
Oh.
So storminess. That's the nickname they gave me. And then I did ElektraKute because one day I was thinking about changing my name, and I was like, my brain was like, ElektraKute, because you're Electra, electricity, ElektraKute. Putting the fork in the sock, you get electrocuted. So that's how my name came to be. I just decided to turn myself into ElektraKute, so I electrocute people a little bit with some good and positive energy. That's basically it.
That is my favorite question in the podcast, because I love hearing people's stories of how they made their name and how their brand came
some
about.
people have great stories, like genius stories about how they come up with their names. Mine is just like, I suck. I give people little bits of shocks here and there, and then they just name me, goddess of the storm.
Maybe you're the daughter of Odin there. That's why you got a little bit of zap about you.
I mean, I don't look Portuguese. You might be onto something, because I do not look Portuguese, so maybe.
Maybe. All right, so do you consider yourself more of a horror streamer or a variety streamer?
I mean, I like to consider myself a variety streamer, because I do believe that when the time comes for me to play something else besides horror, I would if people want me to. But honestly, recently I've been just playing horror games, so I guess at this point in time I'm more of a horror streamer than anything else. But I do really like Soulsborne games, and I mean, Lies of P looks really good, so I really want to play that one on day one when the game drops. It looks really cool. It's right up my alley. It's a little bit weird. But yeah, so technically it is variety because I like Soulsborne too, if that makes sense. I actually don't know. When people rate me and I introduce myself, I always say that I'm a variety streamer because of those reasons. Because I always say, if you want me to play Barbie Beach House, I will play goddamn Barbie Beach House. But I feel like most of my audience is like, they are huge fans of horror, so they always ask me to play those games, and so I do. Souls horror streamer, sure, I can go with that one.
That's okay. I'm more the horror and variety. So it's like, okay, I've done I got the horror, I got the Resident Evil, and then I got, what the heck is she playing today?
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty much the same, but it doesn't happen that often.
But you have quite an extended your list of games. When I first started watching you were playing Resident Evil, I think. And now you're like System Shock, Diablo 4, you have Parasite Eve in there. You play everything, and I love that you
To be completely fair, I played like 2 hours of Diablo 4 on my stream because System Shock Remake was literally kicking my ass, and I was so frustrated that I had to take a break.
Yeah.
So I went with Diablo 4 because a lot of people asked me if I was going to play it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just show you a little bit of the game. Maybe people will buy it and play too. But the thing is that I always tell people to recommend me games because there was a lot of games that I've never had the chance to play, or there's a lot of good games that I don't even know about. So I'm always open for suggestions in terms of games. And since my audience is mostly, into horror and survival horror, they suggest me those types of games. Like Kuon, for example, is a great PlayStation 2 survival horror game. Yeah, made by FromSoft, and I was like, "That's crazy! FromSoft did survival horror games back in the day.
Yep.
I had no idea." So I'm really open to a lot of games, but most of those games are survival horror. So yeah, I did a lot of Resident Evil, and that's when my stream kind of took off a little bit because before that I was doing Dark Souls, and then I got into Resident Evil. A lot of people stopped by. Then people asked me to do Silent Hill, which I did, and after that it was stuff like Condemned and other newer games as well, like Medicine and Visage. I did play those too, so it has a tendency to go in that direction.
Yeah, you caught everybody's attention when you started the Resident Evil, because the Resident Evil fandom are like crack fiends. If they
Yeah,
see
I
you
had
playing
no
it,
idea.
they will jump into your stream and go yes, just randomly
Yeah.
because we're weird. Seriously, we
And
are weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think it also helped that I said it was my first playthrough, because there was a few Resident Evil games that I haven't even touched. Like, for example, Resident Evil Revelations was something that I've never played before. So yeah, I did like a big one. I basically played pretty much all of them. I didn't play Resident Evil Gaiden because that's one for the Game Boy, and
Not
it looked a
missing much.
little bit. It looked a little slow, and I still have to do oh my god, what's the name of the one that is multiplayer? What is that called?
Which one? There's two of them.
Outbreak. Sorry,
The
yeah.
Outbreak.
The Outbreak ones I haven't done it yet because I tried to do it before, but for some reason I couldn't connect. And people told me to not do it by myself because it's very tricky. So I have to try and go into that
because
again.
these AIs running around like weirdos, so it's like what, and they just constantly talk too. So it's like
Oh, really?
what are you
Okay.
saying? But yeah.
I mean, at least that's good. If they are talking, I don't have to.
Oh
yeah, Deadly Premonition.
Oh my god, Deadly Premonition is like a kick in the pants, but it's very good. And Kuon is like an occult classic that it's unrealized. It's one of those games that, unless you're familiar with the Japanese the thing, the line of weird slimy feeling when you play a Japanese horror game. But unless you're familiar with that, it's like, oh my god. And if you try to get it now, it is so expensive anywhere.
Oh yeah, I was told it's over $1,000.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like, please.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I have Kuon. My husband had it, and then there's Full
damn.
of Rose. Full of Rose. You can also. It's banned in some countries, and it's also probably around $100. But I don't have the original case, but I have the actual disc itself. So yes.
Oh, that's great. Damn.
If you ever get a chance to play it, I don't know if you've played it enough, but you should try it.
I played Rule of Rose. Yeah.
It's so good.
It was so good and so creepy at the same time, especially the mermaid part. It was really dark.
Children being evil is always creepy. Just so you know.
I agree.
And I
Children
got off
are the
track.
worst.
I'm so sorry. Because once I start
it's
talking
fine,
about,
it's fine.
I do that all the time. I apologize.
I do that too. Don't worry.
So, what was your favorite game to stream so far?
I want to say the Resident Evil and the Silent Hill franchise. Both of them. Those are my favorite. And I feel like a lot of people still enjoy those games, even though they have seen it like 10,000 times being streamed by 10,000 different people. And it's still very enjoyable.
They will watch it 1,000 times, no matter how many times somebody plays it. We'll still watch it.
But that's the thing. I feel like Resident Evil and Silent Hill games, they are always so good. No matter how many times you've played it, it's still very enjoyable to play and watch people play it. I watch a lot of Resident Evil streamers that play Resident Evil all the time, and everyone has a great time together. It's great.
Yes. Very much so. They rant about their favorite character, or they rant about this evil mechanic, or Mr. X, or Wesker, because Wesker is the ultimate bad guy.
And the glitches and what you can do to make the game a little easier, especially if you're doing a challenge run.
Yes.
And I think those things are nice. You learn a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, challenge runs are actually really, really fun. I did the walk-only challenge for Resident Evil 2 Remake. Scariest freaking thing ever.
How long did it take you to finish?
Oh, actually, it wasn't that bad. I think it was like almost 4 hours it took me to finish.
Okay. It's just because when you're like really hurt, you walk so slow.
Yes.
It's so slow.
Yes. I could heal
so
though. I just had to walk.
Oh, nice. I do have a tendency to not care about anything and I just get hit a lot, and then I have no heals, and then I spend most of the time just, limping everywhere.
Yeah.
But it is fun.
It's fun. So what was your favorite Silent Hill? Have you played all of them or just the first couple?
I've played all of them. The only one that I'm missing, actually, it's Downpour. Besides that, I've played all of them. But yeah, my favorite one is Silent Hill 2.
Of course.
Back in the day it was Silent Hill 3 because I thought it was really creepy with all the walls being weird. I
really liked the third one as well. It just had a different vibe about it.
The theme park is my favorite part in that game. The theme park is so creepy with the bunny heads and all that stuff.
One of my
But
bucket
yeah,
list items is to go to an abandoned amusement park and take pictures, just because the scenery is so weird but creepy but awesome at the same time. So it's like, okay.
I mean, if it is an abandoned theme park, I'm fine with. If it's like a haunted one, I don't wanna. I do know a lot of people is like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to go inside like an abandoned haunted asylum or hospital or something? It's like, no, you get inside those things and then you die there. No, thank you. I'm good. I watched too many horror movies. I don't need to bring demons with me home. Thank you. But yeah, some people think it's really cool to go and do those things. I am literally gonna poop my pants. I'm afraid to mess with those things, honestly.
So I can't ask you to go on a ghost hunt with me then.
No, I'm sorry. Like when it's like, I don't know, Bigfoot or something, like monsters. You can shoot those bastards, but ghosts, you can't shoot them. You can't shoot them. It's not
you have
like
the camera obscura, then you can shoot them.
Yeah, I don't have that, so I'm doomed.
Miku, give us the camera obscura. Speaking of which, you did play the Fatal Frames. What did you think of that?
Yes, I did. I really liked the Fatal Frames. I had such a hard time with the third one because I felt like the third one, the game doesn't tell you shit.
Yeah.
It's all about, visual and sound cues. So you actually have to pay attention. The thing is, when I'm streaming, I'm talking all the time. So I don't pay attention. So I get lost. And then I spend 2 hours looking for something that was right underneath my nose. But it's fine. But yeah, the Fatal Frame franchise was really, really fun. I do want to go back and revisit it at some point. And I do have to play the new Fatal Frame 4, the one that got remastered for PC. So I have to play that one, the new one. I did play the Japanese version for the Wii. I had such a hard time with the controls because I had to, I didn't have the Wii nunchuck. So I had to rebind everything on my DualShock. So I had to have the two, what was it? I don't remember what it was, but it was the gyroscope. I had to have it at the same time as the look button. So that was creepy.
Fatal Frame 3 is also very convolutedly long. It's like, why are you so long? The other ones aren't so long. So, but it is a great series.
That's what she said, sorry. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You just became my bestie.
Oh, yes. When they go out for some food, I'm paying.
Yes, let's go get some donuts because that's
nice.
Donuts.
Oh, shit.
All right. But, okay. So I was also going to ask you about Diablo 4 because I just purchased it yesterday. We played a little bit of it. Does it seem like it has an extreme amount of dialogue to you?
Yes,
okay.
It does. It has a lot of dialogue. You have random dialogue that sometimes happens when you go to certain areas of the map. You have dialogue from people in the town talking normally. You have dialogue from the side quests, the main quests, dungeons, random papers you find. There's a lot of dialogue. But I do like the dialogue. But the previous Diablos as well were like that. Maybe the first and the second were not that heavy in terms of dialogue as the fourth is, but Diablo 3 had a lot of dialogue as well. It's just random shit that you pick up from bodies and random bags that you find in the world. But yeah, there's a lot of dialogue, and there's gonna be a lot of cutscenes as well. But those cutscenes are great.
Blizzard loves their cutscenes.
They're actually very well made.
You understand their cutscenes, but I've never seen a better cinematic besides them and any of the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, so they are great with their with their cutscenes and stuff in cinematics. Yeah.
All right, so I asked you about that. And are you going to be playing Amnesia: The Bunker on your channel?
If people want me to, yeah. I mean, I do know that people were not very fond of the previous one, the Rebirth one. I personally never played it. I bought it, but I haven't played it. But people told me that it was a little bit disappointing. But yeah, I mean, I have Xbox Game Pass. It's free on Game Pass, so I can easily just, install and play. So yeah, I can do that. I'm just a little stuck with the Siren franchise at the moment. It's taking its time.
Yeah,
it's really, really fun, but oh my god.
It's frustrating, yeah. There's a lot of games, older games like that, that are really, really good, but they're frustrating as heck. Let's talk about Code Veronica with the controls. Please remake it. Thank you.
I don't think it's that bad, actually. I don't think it's that bad. But I played it so many times. I do remember that in the first time that I played it on stream after a bunch of years, I had a lot of struggles with the controls and different things, but now I'm kind of accustomed to them. So it's fine. And you were talking to me about Diablo 4. What do you want to ask me?
I just forgot.
Was it what is the cutscenes, by the way? Which class you're doing?
I'm doing the wizard, so sorcerer.
Oh, the sorceress, nice.
Because I need to electrocute people. That's funny.
Oh yeah, that one is really OP. The one that bounces from person to person, that one is really good.
My husband, he picked the necromancer because he loves raising dead things. I think he's got a problem, but he always plays a necromancer. If he can play something that deals with undead, then he's gonna play with it. It's like, okay.
I'm exactly like that. I mean, I need to fulfill my fantasy of being evil. An evil, I don't know, not really a necromancer, but like a villain. I want to be a villain. That's why I like Wesker. He's a villain.
Everybody has a bad streak. Like if you play like Fallout 4, any game that has choices where you can be good or evil, it's always like, do I want to be good or do I want to be evil? So it's like, okay, I will be evil, a little bit evil.
yeah, a little bit.
It's fun.
Just a little bit in the middle. Yeah, sorry, I also made you go off track. Sorry.
It's all right. I do it all the time. You can ask anybody who's listened to my podcast. I just ramble. Especially if you talk about Resident Evil, I ramble off to the left for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Okay, so the most horrific game you ever streamed. The worst of the worst that you streamed.
I feel like maybe Visage and Medicine were the ones that scared me the most. Because, I don't know, it was inside a house, and I mean, I live in a house, maybe this could happen to me, kind of thing. And that's what I was gonna say earlier that I completely forgot to continue, is that I don't really enjoy supernatural stories, you know, demons and ghosts and stuff like that, because once again, you can't really shoot them. So it's a little bit more difficult to run away from them, because they can literally go through the damn walls, so you can't even hide. So I would say that Visage and Medicine was probably the ones where I got like the most startled when I played it on stream. Besides that, games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil doesn't really scare me. It only gives me a sense of I don't know. It's an oh my god, I can say that. Unsettling. It's just unsettling. It's not really that scary. So,
yeah. Are you a believer in supernatural ghosts?
I mean, I would not say 100%. I'm like, I don't really know if they exist, but if they do exist, I don't want to mess around with it. You know, like playing with the Luigi board. I don't want to play with the Luigi board.
We don't touch Ouija boards, okay? I mean, I do believe in ghosts because I have one living in my house.
Oh, damn.
But yes, when we moved in here, everything was quiet for the first couple of years. And then weird things started to happen. Like we started to smell like cherry tobacco in our hallway upstairs between my sister's room and the bathroom. And it's like, none of us smoke. So it's like, okay, that's weird. And then one day my sister hears like a kind of a warped music box tune. But there's no music boxes in her room, and she can hear it coming from underneath the floor. It's like
hello.
Yeah, so we call our ghost Pappy because he likes to walk up and down the hallways. He'll pop open doors occasionally. You can hear humming. So it's like, okay, that's really messed up. There's actually a channel point redemption called Open the Hatch because my sister has a hatch. We think we actually have another ghost up in the ceiling. We haven't opened it up yet. It's been locked since we moved in here, so it's like, no, I'm not going up there. But yes, ghosts can be creepy. But anyway, Ouija boards, I got off track. But it's like, no, I hear all these people picking up Ouija boards like off the side of the road or getting them from like thrift stores. It's like, that's bad juju, man. You're inviting demons into your house.
Yeah, I just don't touch anything. And I do remember that in middle school, people were doing something called the cup game or something, which is like makeshift Luigi board as well.
Mhm.
And I say Luigi board because I don't know how to say a Ouija board. A Ouija board? A Ouija board. I don't know how to say that thing, so I say Luigi board.
Ouija board.
Ouija. A Ouija board?
Ouija board.
Ouija board.
But
Okay, it was
Luigi
a
board
makeshift
sounds
Ouija-
fun. I'm Mario. Go running around.
It's that meme. You know that meme with the pregnant?
Uh-huh.
Like the Yahoo answers that people don't know how to spell. So there was a lot of people asking about the Luigi board.
Mhm.
Instead of Ouija board, it was Luigi board.
All right, so we're gonna spin back to the Visage.
Okay, yes.
So I played Visage and I started with the Lucy track. And I thought I was gonna pee my pants when I was up in the greenhouse and I had that demon thing talking to me. I'm like, oh my god,
that was
shut up.
creepy.
It was so creepy. But yes, I mean, Visage is a game not for the faint of heart.
No, that was very well done, and it was inspired by PT, which I really enjoyed.
Mhm.
So yeah, that chapter and the Dolores chapter, those were the worst.
Yeah, they were the worst. Yeah.
Dolores always sneaking upon my butt, clapping my butt cheeks, and then I turn around and she's right in my face.
He said clapping your butt cheeks. Electra, I love you. You are my
I love
hero.
you too. Okay, you're making me blush again. You're not allowed to do this to me.
I can do it. You didn't even have to tell me you were blushing because we can't see you. All right.
I mean, I can turn the camera on if you want to.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just chill. We chilling today. It's
We
chill.
chill. We chill.
All right, I did that. Is there a streamer that you admire or draw inspiration? I can't word today either. Inspiration from?
Is it bad that I say not really?
No.
I mean, I watch a lot of Resident Evil streamers like Matt RPD and Rilliver and Mr. Enigma, so I do take inspiration from them because they obviously doing a lot of amazing jobs in their streams. So I take inspiration, and those are people that I really admire. I also have other streamers that I really admire, like Asmongold. I know he's the biggest streamer, and it's really hard to interact with him, but I like that he tells what he's actually thinking. Like every single time that he's discussing something, he's actually giving you his real opinion, and I like that. I like when people are transparent on stream. I think that's a little bit important because then it's going to be like a little bit like social media, like Instagram. You're just faking it out and having better version of yourself, and I feel like that's really hard for people to relate to, and I feel like it's really good when people can relate to you, and yeah, because when we can relate to each other, then it's when, you know, meaningful relationships starts happening. So yeah. So Asmongold, because he says what he really thinks on stream, and then Mr. Enigma, Rilliver, Matt RPD, Dave, all of those amazing Resident Evil streamers, I really enjoy them, and they are a big inspiration
makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah, he and his PP jokes are the best. I cannot lie.
His multiple peen jokes a stream. Yes, I love that.
I only have the that's what she said joke. That's mostly the thing that I do in my innuendos, but Matt just goes straight up saying penis all the time. It's fine. It's fine.
With your streams, Electra, you have this really innate way of kind of meshing and linking all of your conversations together and go back to. You are the only streamer that I know of that reads the entire chat before you continue, and I think that is one of your most endearing qualities. You're like, no, I have to read these because I want to make sure that everybody feels like I'm giving them attention, which is something that Twitch majorly lacks. So I mean, I feel like it depends from streamer to streamer. Obviously, there are some people that are more, you know, focused on their, you know, game rather than, you know, community engagement. And obviously, if you are a big streamer with, you know, 20k views and everyone's writing on chat, of course, it's completely impossible to read every single message. In my case, I'm more community oriented. I think it's cool to talk to people because that's what I started stream for. I started Twitch, I started streaming because I wanted to talk to people. So I still want to have that as my goal. I just want to hang out, have fun, talk to people, and maybe we can play some games at the same time. So yeah, I'm very community oriented. I really like. So cute.
No, you're cute. You're cute. You're awesome. I love your voice.
Yeah, I was told yesterday at my work that I had a very infectious laugh, and I said, "Boss, are you insulting me or are you giving me a compliment?" He's like, "No, you
It's a
belly laugh at
compliment.
110% all the time." I was like, "Well, when I laugh, I'm like gonna give it my all, you know. I can't do anything half-assed."
That's great. That's great.
But,
Sometimes when I'm laughing so hard, I start, doing piggy noises. So that's that too.
Yeah, guys, go follow Electra if you want good community vibes, because she has one of the best. I have like a top 10 tier
noises,
list
I
of
guess.
communities, and yours is like in there in the top 5. It's like,
No,
oh my
go
god!
follow Pizzachan. Go follow Pizzachan. Don't go follow me. I play cursed games. Don't do it.
No. They can't follow me because I have this horrible thing of limboing all of my games. I'll get to them, and it's like, oh, this new game coming on. I want to try that, and then drop the other game I was playing. It's like, ah, shit.
I want to do that.
Yes, I know you follow us both.
I want to do that too. I want to play all these games, but I know from the bottom of my soul that I'm so goddamn chaotic.
Yes.
If I start all these games, I'm gonna completely forget about the game that I was previously playing.
Yes.
So I have to finish them, or I'm gonna forget. It's like, what the hell happened? What I was doing? Who is this? Who am I?
Yeah.
Where am I?
Yeah.
I kind of force myself to finish games before I start new ones. That's why I'm a little bit slow sometimes.
No, but you actually go through and finish them, no matter how long it takes you, which is very admirable. Me, it's like I finished 3 this year so far. 3 out of all of the games. I think I've finished a total of 5 altogether.
That's not bad. It also depends on the game. For example, Darkest Dungeon 2, that game it's so long. It's so long, that game is gonna take you so much to finish. So it is understandable with games like that you kind of put it on the side for a few months and then go back to them.
Yeah, I got to the boss, the first boss, the big brain guy, and then he killed me. Like, wiped my entire party. It's like, you ass! But no, the Darkest Dungeon is like that. It is that rogue, like, you don't get attached to anything because you know you're gonna die. That's the way.
Yeah.
But it is so, I love the art style. I have the Plague Doctor. I painted the Plague Doctor.
Oh,
I love that character so much. But yeah, I'm obsessed with Plague Doctors anyway. So.
I mean, they're really cool, so
yeah,
cannot blame you.
Yeah, I did a steampunk kind of zombie thing for one of my stories for NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, right? 50,000 words in 30 days. So I did that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like 2,000 words per day. But yeah, it was amazing experience, and I really fell in love with my Plague Doctor because she was sassy and always throwing vials at people. It was great. But since then, it's like I love them, and I have the little Plague Dollar, yeah. Excuse me. The Dr. Plushie. See, I told you about the word. See, I get excited
You can have a Plague Doll too if you want. You can have a Plague Doll if you want. Like a mannequin. That's gonna be creepy. Never mind. It's gonna be creepy.
It's creepy! Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so you also play, besides your newer games that you play, you also play retro games. What was your favorite retro game you played on stream? Gasp. I think I killed her.
Shit, I mute myself.
I was like, I think I killed her.
I'm sorry, I'm muting myself. It's fine. It's like when I go to the retro category, it's mostly because the horror game that I'm playing doesn't have a lot of people watching, so I go to the retro one. So I'm gonna be like, hey guys, I'm actually streaming something, come and watch. So I don't think I've played I don't know, all the retro games that I played was survival horror games, so I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm sorry, I'm ruining your questions by not remembering, but yeah, pretty much all the retro Dino Crisis and Parasite Eve are still survival horror games, you know. It's not helping me. I always play survival horror games. And Dino Crisis and Parasite Eve, I play them both in their categories, I do believe. At least Dino Crisis. Maybe Parasite Eve, I went to the retro things. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. So yeah, the retro games that I stream are also survival horror games. So Parasite Eve, Dino Crisis, Kuon, Silent Hill 1. It's pretty old now. PlayStation 1, great.
Well, retro category is actually considered anything 20 years old or older.
Are you telling me that PlayStation 3 is actually retro now?
That's according to the rules, yes. So I don't know. It all depends on your perspective, I guess. Me, retro games are like PS2, PS1 games.
Okay. Then the best retro game that I played was Dino Crisis 1 and 2.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
There we go. I feel so old now. PlayStation 3 is retro.
You're not old.
No, I'm only 28.
Yeah, you're not old.
Just a little.
That's
crazy.
Old. It's like, can you retire when you're like 20, 30? Because you're just done with the day.
Yeah, you can. Especially if you're into politics. I feel like there's a lot of politicians that are like 35, like, oh man, I'm so stressed out. My hair is all white. I'm gonna retire now. And then they get like $3,000 retirement every month or something like that. So yeah, I guess politics is the way to go if you want to retire early. Besides that, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's still. What is the age of retirement there, by the way? Because it does depend from country to country.
It all depends.
Don't
Because
know.
mostly people retire when they get like 65, 64, around there. But it all depends on if you have the money to do so.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it's pretty much the same concept. But I think in Portugal now it's like 67 or something that you can retire. You can't even do it 65. If you do it 65, it's like early retirement, kinda. And then you have to make sure you have the money to retire. In Sweden, I think it's 65 still. I don't know. 67 and a half. Okay. What about 69? That's going to be the age of retirement. Soon it's going to be 80 years old.
Yeah, you won't be able to. You're still going to be doing things for money. You know, you have your full-time job, then you have your part-time job. But, yeah, I give my heart goes out to those streamers who do their, like, 8-hour job, and then they come home and then they stream for another like 6 hours. Like, you a maniac!
Yeah, that's crazy.
You have my admiration. So.
Me, I don't even work. I don't work. Streaming is my whole thing. I'm actually not working. It's been a little tough with the moving and all that stuff. I've been working before, and all the jobs that I get is usually like cleaning related jobs, so I'm just chilling for a little bit and see where the streaming takes me. Worst case scenario, I'll start doing something in a few years. It's fine.
But your streams are pretty long anyway, though. They're like what is it, 4 hours? 6, 7 hours long. And I oh my god, I did a 12-hour stream once, and I thought I was going to die, Electra. How do you do that? I thought I was going to die.
You just get used to it, because before I was doing 4 hours, and then I started doing 5, and all of a sudden it was 6, and then now it's like 7. So it's like the more you do, the more you get used to it. It's like when I do 12 hours, it's not that bad. Sometimes it hits me a little bit, sometimes it doesn't. It does depend on how sensitive I am in that day, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't weigh on me at all. At least I don't feel like it. I do feel like I get a little tired sometimes when I do a super long one and then I eat super late. Then I feel a little exhausted during the evening. But besides that, it doesn't feel too bad. So I feel like it was that I start, making my streams longer and longer the more I went with my streams. So it just got there organically. I never forced myself to stream that long. Sometimes I forget the time, and then all of a sudden it's like 8 hours.
You were also a well-balanced streamer as well. Your attitude stays the same from immediately when you come on stream till your very end. It's not like you go whoop, 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 up and down with your balancing. You're a little chaotic with bouncing with the chat in the game, because you're like, I want to talk to you because I love all of you.
Yeah.
That's one of my
favorite
things.
Like,
but you are well balanced.
Thank you. I feel like it also helps that you have a lot of good people in the chat, like good people that interact with you. I think that does help a lot, keeping up, the energy and the vibe. So yeah, So I'm like chaotic and crazy because the people that spend their time with me, they are amazing. So yeah, amazing energy from them, and I give my energy back.
Yes, yes.
And I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot, so don't worry about it.
And I was on the same track. I was like, wait, I had something. Oh, shit, it's gone.
I feel like I think you asked me something too at the same time, but I completely forgot.
Mm-hmm. We are
It's fine.
great together.
Yeah, we're great. Great match. Both
Yes, that's
chaotic.
amazing. I love it. But no, your community is amazing. Guys, go follow her now, please. But,
No, go follow Pizzachan, I swear God. No, don't do it. There's no gameplay. I have the game paused in the background, and then I spend 2 hours talking. That's what I do.
Have you ever thought about doing the just chatting streams, or do you just not like those? Because they have a lot of trolls, it's true. But I think people would just sit and talk to you for hours anyway, so.
Yeah. I mean, as me streaming 7 hours with just chatting.
Mm-hmm.
I actually never tried that. Maybe I should try sometimes.
Maybe.
Yeah. I have to try and find something to talk about, though.
Electra's podcast.
Yeah, today we're gonna talk about flip-flops.
Flip-flops! I love flip-flops. I love them.
I hate flip-flops.
You hate things in between your toes, don't you?
No, not really. It's like I barely use flip-flops in Sweden, really. I usually just use them back in Portugal during the summer to go to the beach and whatnot. And flip-flops, I have literally no... I mean, they don't stick to the ground, and a lot of Portuguese roads are cobblestone.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 types of cobblestone. You have the darker colored cobblestone, and that one is a little bit rough. And then you have one that is the white cobblestone.
Mm-hmm.
With the cars driving, it basically gets polished. If you go there with your flip-flops, it's like walking on ice.
Yeah, there's no grip on
almost
flip-flops.
broke my ass so many times by taking my flip-flops there, and then when you go to the beach and you don't want to take your flip-flops out because it's literally lava, it's so damn warm on the sand that you are cooking your feet. So I go and walk on the sand with my flip-flops, and the whole sand gets, thrown into me. So you're walking, and then the flip-flop gets the sand and then throws to your legs. So then I get sand everywhere. It's crazy.
You almost sound like Anakin Skywalker then. I hate sand. It's fun.
Yeah, I hate sand.
I hate sand.
I mean, I like the beach, but I hate sand. It gets into every little crevice, literally. You know what I'm talking about. And then you can't take it away. And then all of a sudden, you have sand everywhere in your house because it's in your clothes, it's in your bag, it's in the flip-flop.
It's everywhere.
In
we
your
got
butt crack, yeah.
Okay, so what is the most frustrating thing you find on Twitch, and what would you do to change it if you could?
Can you say that again? Because I completely spaced out.
That's fine. Okay, what is the most frustrating thing you found on Twitch? What is the most frustrating thing, and what would you change it to?
Like Twitch as like a company, or like
as a platform?
Stream?
Yes.
Okay, as a platform, I think they should definitely, have their streamers. They should root for their streamers. The content creators is the people that make the platform in the first place, and I feel like a lot of decisions that they are doing most recently are decisions that are good for, the company, but not good for the streamers. Like, for example, when they changed the partner from 70-30 to 50-50, I think that was awful. Obviously, most people that got upset about it was, smaller streamers that obviously it was a big help for them. Bigger streamers, they usually have, donations are usually what they get the most. So the 70-30 cut was not that crazy for them, I guess. So I feel like they should go back to the 70-30 cut for partners like they had before. They should probably stop a little bit with the ads because it's getting a little bit annoying. And once again, it's not that good for, it's not good for anyone. It's not good for the viewer. It's not good for the streamer. Sure, I know that partners have the ad, what is it called? They get like a...
Incentives,
Yeah, incentives. They get ad incentives. That's sure. Sometimes it's pretty good money, but the ads that they had to do, it's crazy much. It does help a lot that you track them. So you tell people, it's like, listen, there's an ad coming right now. I'm not going to do anything. I'll see you in a bit. So that's fine. But I feel like now it's a little too much. You had like crazy amount of ads before with the pre-roll ads and all that stuff. It's cool that they did this ad incentive, but I still believe it's kind of negative. It has a negative impact no matter how much money you get from it. I think it's still negative.
Especially for the smaller streamers, especially if you're rating someone who's smaller, they have to sit through the ads. It's like, no, I don't want to sit through that, and they'll just leave. So that person just lost an opportunity to have a new.
But it's the same thing, even without rating, is the same thing in terms of visibility.
Yeah, when you click on a stream and it's like, no, I don't care about the toothpaste ad.
It's like, if you don't know the streamer, it's like there's a lot of people that is not going to wait for 6 ads to see if the stream is for them. There's a lot of people that don't do that. So I think that's it's pretty negative. And now it's been crazy because I used to watch a lot of Twitch on my TV, but lately I get ads, I don't know, every 20 minutes, and they are usually between 8 to 12 ads. In the PC it doesn't happen that much for some reason, and it doesn't happen that much on mobile, but for some reason the TV is just like filled with ads. And they are. And I felt that. I felt like I was on Twitch before I went to Portugal, because I went to Portugal for a week, so I took a week off. So I got used to the ads back then, and then I was 1 week away from Twitch, basically, and then I came back, and it just felt like it was so more often and such... It was more often, and there were more ads. I was like, I even asked this on stream, it's just me that I was away for so long that I feel like this is annoying, or are they making it worse now? Yeah, they are making it worse, because apparently now they are pushing the turbo, and they even made the turbo more expensive. So it's all I think it's so annoying with the ads.
You don't want the ads get our turbo. No. You aren't getting the entire paycheck, okay, bud? No, you're not getting it. No.
But yeah, they are being a little like, let me get all this money. And I think like Twitch is a big platform. I don't think they need to be so goddamn, holding on to ads and stuff like that. They could do a lot of things. They could do a lot of things to improve their revenue if that's something that it's going bad for them, which I don't think it is. So yeah, I actually was hoping, I know that, Kick is obviously not that great, but I was in a way hoping that Kick was going to be a competition to Twitch, so they could, because that's what's lacking, I believe. There's no competition right now. And since there's no competition, they can do whatever they want, because they kind of know that there's no better place to go. So they can mess around as much as they want, and they are gonna be pretty secure with the streamers. I don't think people will leave to Kick, for example. YouTube is getting better, so maybe later down the line it's gonna get better, and YouTube can compete with Twitch, but right now I think that's lacking. So yeah, I would change the ads, because I think it's a negative thing for everyone, and I'm pretty sure that Twitch is clever enough, and they probably have a lot of good people brainstorming, I guess. So they probably can find something else to bring revenue besides, spamming ads constantly. And I think that the 50-50 cut needs to change to, like, for partners. I think they need to bring back the 70-30, because I think it's pretty bad too, because I do know that not all people know that when you gift subs and all that stuff, all the money that you spend doing those things is only going to be half for the streamer. So you're supporting a streamer, but only half goes to the streamer, the other half goes to Twitch.
That's why they have things like Ko-Fi and all of that, so you can, and PayPal and all that, so you can donate to them directly, so they get the money. So Twitch doesn't go laughs in the background, takes your money, run away with a little bag and a mustache. It's like, Twitch, knock it off, okay? You are not Microsoft. Please stop it.
But it's kind of cool, because now then you get you don't get ads. And sometimes you get ads apparently, because I've been getting ads even though I'm subbed. But you don't get ads, you get the emails and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. If you are, supporting the streamer like with donations and things like that, then you don't get the cool stuff. Which I think it's unfortunate. There could be like something they could integrate into Twitch. So if you did like the Ko-fi, for example, they could have something extra you could use. But then I'm just thinking outside of the box now.
We don't like being in the box, Electra. We like being outside the box. Because I'm claustrophobic, so I don't want to be in the box.
Okay, I was gonna say that I don't like being in the box either, but yet I haven't left my house in a while now, so I cannot say
Your
too
house
much
is technically a
about
box, so...
Yeah. I do have the balcony, so technically it's not a box.
Technically not a box, technically. Yeah, Twitch has a lot of problems. Biggest one is they don't really care about the big guys who make them lots of money.
Yeah.
So here we are
And
down here going, yo, we want to be up there with you gods, and they're like, nah, you suck, go away. So it's like, okay. Like, no, really, there are some people down here at the bottom. I'm not saying the low bottom. Like, they're there. They just need to be realized. There's so many great people that people just like, I'm gonna go watch this person because they have. Like, no, I scrolled to the bottom. I was like, okay, I'm gonna see who's down here at the bottom. And say hi.
No, but the problem with those things is visibility. Because, like, if you're streaming Resident Evil, right, and you have like 400 people in your chat, you're gonna be like in the first row.
Yeah.
That is basically the first thing that people see. It's the first row or the second row, maybe the third row, depending on the resolution of the screen. That's basically what shows up first. So they go through those, and they usually pick someone from the first ones they see.
Yeah.
If you have like 10 views, you're gonna be at the bottom of the list, and people usually don't scroll down to that point. Some people do. I personally enjoy watching small streamers, so sometimes I go to a category and I just scroll all the way down, because I just feel like it's nice. You can actually talk to people, you can engage with them, you can have meaningful conversations. Usually the bigger streams, it does depend though, because I do follow a few retro streamers that usually have like 200, 300, 400 views, but it's mostly lurkers, so the chat is pretty chill. So you can interact with them, but most of the times it goes really, really fast, so you can't really, talk to people there. So yeah, it's all about visibility. And I do agree that I do remember seeing someone on Twitch saying that sometimes people make evil people famous. I've seen a few. I went to a few streams where things were pretty toxic, and I was like, the world is already so horrible, and Twitch is supposed to be a fun, enjoyable thing, and then you get inside the stream and everyone's so mean and toxic. Why is this person have like 4,000 people? But I mean, it might be that some people like the banter and the drama and all that stuff. It's like a Brazilian soap opera, I guess. Yeah. Some people enjoy that, but I just feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I said this before, that Twitch is kind of like high school in a way. You have your super popular clique down here at the bottom. You have your losers at the bottom. So they don't like to associate with the people at the bottom. Not that anybody at the bottom is a loser. I'm just using it as a point of reference. So basically that's what happens when you're in high school, and then you have your cliques that you talk to, people that you go to immediately, and then but still there are so many amazing people that don't get noticed because these jackjaws at the top are just like these my viewers are my ATMs. I read an article where one stream, I'm not going to say the name, but they said that their viewers were only there to give them money. They are my ATM. It's like, you piece of crap. You piece of crap. And then there's people like Electra, like you and Montana, who immediately like, oh my god, you come to see me, how amazing. It's like, why in the hell are you giving that person money when you can be giving these sweet beans money? Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a persona kind of thing that people like to, be. I mean, there's people for everything. Like my dad says, there's crazy people for everything. So maybe those people enjoy being treated in that way for some reason, and it's like just a whole persona. One can never know. But I don't know. Some places are a little bit weird. Yeah. It's a little bit weird. But obviously, I feel like it's like being a celebrity, right? Sometimes the more money you have, the more money you want, and then your whole personality and perspective in terms of like life in general becomes a little twisted in that direction. So I don't know if it happens to some bigger streamers, because some of those people are millionaires, man. They have so much money.
Scary.
And they still act that way.
But not all of the bigger streamers are.
No, that's true. Not all.
No.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
I follow some pretty big streamers. Like I follow like Markiplier and Wade and all of those, the big YouTubers and whatever. And I also have some really, really good friends who have 10,000 plus of followers and all that, like Sneevil and Matt and a few other people who will greet you when you come in. So not all of them are bad apples.
No.
You got a few that you want to kick in the face because it's like, please stop. Please stop.
Yeah, it doesn't happen to everyone. I just feel like sometimes it does happen to some people, and then it gets a little weird. But yeah, Matt is great. He's always so happy. I feel so welcome every single time that I raid him. It's so cool. And Sneevil too. Sneevil is great. She kind of kills my ears a little bit because I have my audio a little bit loud, and every single time that I go to Sneevil, she's like screaming and like.
Sneevil is my hero because I am another loud streamer. Not a lot of people fit under that screaming streamer category, and I was like, oh my god, she's like me. I call her my hero, and she yells at me all the time for it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love her. But
yeah,
I
she's
got
great.
off on track again. I am so sorry, Alexa.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so what's next for your channel, ma'am? Are you interested in the partner crown at all? Are you going to do any charity streams, collabs, races, any of those kind of things?
I wanted to start speedrunning Resident Evil because I've seen so many people doing those that I kind of got interested in them. I know that I'm gonna suck ass in the beginning and it's gonna be so slow. I'm gonna have to reset so many times, but it is something that I want to give it a try. And in terms of getting, partnered status, that it is something that I would love to get at some point in time, but it is something that I don't want to push too much for it. There was one point in time that I got really close. I think I got 71 average viewers out of 75 when I was doing a Resident Evil marathon. After that, it got a little lower, and I think it's about 50 something now, but I don't mind that at all. Sadly, I do know a few people that had, pushing for partner for maybe half a year to a year, and they were telling people to watch because they really want to get partnered. And after they got partnered, their viewership went down a lot, and I don't think that's clever to do. I want it to be organic. Right? I would love to get it, but I'm not in a rush to do it. I feel like at some point in time, doesn't matter if it's like next year, if it's in 6 years, 10 years, I think we're gonna get there slowly but surely. So I'm not running towards it. I'm keeping it in mind, but it is something that is not controlling what I'm doing, basically. So yeah, I'm aiming for it, but I'm taking my sweet baby time. It's totally fine. I'm gonna continue doing survival horror games. I still have a lot of games to play through, like Manhunt, for example. It is something that I want to give it a try, even though I know it's kind of gruesome, it's kind of heavy.
That's a very controversial game.
Yeah, but I thought to myself, it cannot be worse than Rule of Rose, right?
Yeah, your opening sequence when you're a bunch of kids beating each other with a sack. So it's like, what is happening here?
Yeah, with the mermaid stuff, I'm like, there's no way they can be worse than that game. And I streamed that game, so I think it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and do some charity streams as well. I'm a part of the Team Widers, and they usually have, charity going for heart disease. Mm-hmm. So I was a part of those before, but this year I had to be on the side because I I was not in the right mind to do a charity stream, so I said no to it. But hopefully in the late 2023, I'll do a few charity streams. But yeah, I don't really have a schedule in front of me, so I'm gonna continue streaming. I'm gonna do a few fun things, lots of survival horror games. I want to do a Silent Hill chronological marathon very, very soon because I'm very hyped for the Silent Hill 2 remake. I think it's gonna be great. So I really want to do a Silent Hill marathon, and I'm gonna do it chronological order because I think it's cool, and you don't see a lot of people do. I don't see a lot of people do that. They usually do it like 1 to whatever, but they never mess around chronologically that much. So I thought it could be cool. But yeah. And next week I have DreamHack, so that's gonna be exciting too.
Oh,
I'm gonna poop my pants.
I saw you're excited for that. Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be so cool, but I'm so shy. I'm always like, oh, this person is it's partnered. This person is partnered. I'm so tiny.
Chat, does she seem shy at all? Electra being shy? Excuse me.
It helps being online, all right? It helps being online. When you are in front of people, I usually have a tendency to be a little bit small, to say the least. So I'm always like, oh, what they're gonna think of me? They're gonna think that I'm trying to steal their thunder. Can I even be friends with them? Is that even a thing? So I overthink too much. I don't do it on stream. On stream, I basically speak without thinking, and then 2 seconds later, I don't even remember what I said. IRL, I'm an overthinker. I'm always trying to get ready for every single possible situation, so I'm prepared if something goes wrong. But I have to try and chillax a little bit and enjoy myself. So yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
no schedules, just lots of fun.
It's the hard part about streaming. You have to constantly do I want to talk to? Like when I first started doing the podcast, it's like, who do I even ask? Will they want to sit and listen to my jabber jaw and sit on my channel? I'm just like this little itty bitty peon down here, and they're way up there. It's like, but everybody has been really, really great. So.
Yeah, people are great.
Fun. It's really fun. I love it.
It's really
I
fun.
didn't know I would love it so much, but I like talking and I never shut up. So this is good.
So it's perfect. It's perfect combination. But usually those things have it usually goes well. It's a little bit scary in the beginning, but it goes well. And like always, our biggest enemies
is our own brain.
Exactly. So I'm glad that you pushed through, and I'm glad that you started doing the podcast because it's really, really cool. And
I feel like I'm gonna throw up every podcast I do. I feel like I'm gonna throw up beforehand. My last one of the season is Matt RPD. So I'm really gonna be barfing all day. It's like, oh my god, I admire him so much. I'm going to throw up. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be chill. He's gonna say a lot of penis jokes. It's fine. Don't worry. Everything's good.
But it's a great way to end all of that before I start my new part. Exciting.
Yeah.
But I think you should really try Electra because you love to talk. And people would be in your chat, no problem, be like, yeah, we're going to go over there because she has a new topic to talk about. It doesn't even matter what you talk about. People are like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, you're saying absolutely nothing and you're eating. I eat my words a lot. Yeah. I have a tendency to speak really fast, and all of a sudden I am saying something stupid. There was one time that I was talking about Porto, and that they had old boats, and for some reason I said old butts, and I couldn't stop saying old butts. Nice. So I was saying old butts like five times in a row. It's like, what's wrong with me? It's old boats, not a butt.
It's fine.
So yeah, that just happened.
It is. You're cute and chaotic category. That's fine. It's your thing.
I mean, I'm just very grateful that people don't take those things that I say sometimes seriously, and we just laugh it off. Because honestly, I don't know what my brain does sometimes, but I'm glad everyone's chill about it.
My brain's gone. It's been gone for a long time now. It's drinking Mai Tai somewhere on a beach, so I'm just walking around brainless. It's good.
So your brain is at the beach, but you're around working. Yeah. That's unfair.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's always on vacation.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So what 5 tips would you give to the newbie streamer?
Okay, so 5 tips. I would say that the biggest thing that I can say is to never give up, because it's really rough in the beginning. I was streaming to nobody for like 3 months, and then the 4th month I had like one, two people in my chat. So I think it's very important to keep that in mind. This platform is huge. There's a lot of people watching. There's a lot of people streaming. So sometimes it's a little complicated to get things going. But if you really want to stream, if you think you're going to have a great time with it, because that's the thing. I always say, do it for a hobby, don't do it for work. So just start as a hobby, do it like 2-3 hours, something like that. Just try it out, go for it, with an open mind. It's gonna kick off. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna kick off. So don't give up. Very important. You can do it. You're awesome. It's gonna take a while, but people are gonna get in there, and it's gonna be super fun. And all of a sudden, bam! You have a bunch load of friends. So usually, yeah, it starts slow, but once it starts, it will continue to roll. Another tip is to do a lot of research as well. Do a lot of research in terms of software to use. I would always recommend it OBS Studio, because I think it's a little bit easier to use, because you can have a lot of different I don't even know what to call it, third-party programs included in OBS, like the sound alerts and all that stuff. I do know that you can have what is it called? Slobs. You can have that one, which is basically included. You can start with that one, I would say, because it's pretty easy to use. It's OBS and alerts and everything in one, so you don't have 2 different places to go to. But yeah, lots of research. Try and check. Try and make sure that your internet connection is good for the bitrate and all that stuff, because I do know that some people don't check that in advance, and then the bitrate that they have or the settings that they have don't work well with the internet connection. There's a lot of free things online as well, in terms of sounds and sound alerts and emotes and overlays. There's a lot of places that have free things, and there's a lot of also pretty cheap overlays and all that stuff on Etsy. So I would say that it's pretty awesome to research those things a little bit, because if you're starting, maybe you don't want to put too much monies into it. If you're not too sure about it, because some people might try it out, and then after a few streams, after a few months, they are like, okay, this is not for me, which is totally fine. So you can always start with those free overlays before you actually commission something, or you can also try and do it yourself, which is pretty cool. I recommend online tool called Canva. Canva has a lot of cool things that you can do, and they have a lot of assets that are free, so you can make your own overlays. It just might take a little while to get used to it, but you got this. But yeah, in other things, researching hardware. So microphone, camera. I mean, you don't obviously need a camera. There's a lot of streamers, even bigger streamers, that don't use a camera. So you don't need a camera if you don't feel confident. You don't need to use a camera. If you want to be a VTuber, you can also make your VTuber avatar. I think it's called VTuber Studio. I think they have a few tools where you can make your own avatar. And then you can use that camera to, track your face rather than having yourself on the camera. I think microphones are pretty important, so I would say that if you want to spend money, I would say that the microphone might be where you need to spend more money, the microphone and the camera. Besides that, all the tools, there's a lot of tools and things for free on the internet. Lots of people doing tutorials for OBS, VTuber Studio, all those things. There's a lot of people doing those things on YouTube. So yeah, that was a lot of stuff.
That was only 3 things, Elektra.
Okay, I only have three. Oh my god.
You need 2
take
more.
bathroom. Okay. Take bathroom breaks.
Yes.
Don't be like me. I did a 12-hour stream where I did not even went to the bathroom. So don't be like me. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Did you
I never
do
felt like
that?
going to the. Yeah, I don't know. I never felt going to the bathroom, and I was drinking. I had water with me. I had water, and then I had like Coca-Cola for dinner or something. But I never got up to go to pee. I never felt like going to pee. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, take food breaks, water breaks, pee breaks, because I think it's important, and I feel like I'm not very healthy because I don't do that often. People can wait 2 minutes. People will wait 2 minutes. Don't worry. Okay, one more thing. Damn it. Oh, there's a website. There's a website called ElektraKute. ElektraKute.com, like lurk and it together.com. It is a website made for content creators, and if you sign up, you might get free keys for games. So you don't have to buy your key. You can get it from that company.
There's quite a few of those. I use Keymailer and Hoovit as well.
That one I don't know.
Yeah, Keymailer has a lot of like horror games and things like that. So there's also itchy.io on there as well, that you can get cheap horror games and things on there, like new demos and stuff. So you can try there.
Well, damn it, I only know about ElektraKute. You know more than me. You should be the one giving the tips. Why are you asking me?
Because they've already heard my spiel 1,000 times about streaming. I want to hear your point of view on what you would tell people. You are the only person I think I've had 2 people actually talk about software and overlays and things like that. Usually people say, don't look at your viewer count, be yourself, don't play oversaturated games. Those are usually, and you just came out with,
yeah. You're right. Basically, I did this. This is research that I did before, okay? This is all research, so that's why I think research is important.
It's absolutely important, like, because there is an underlying thing that those people don't tell you when you start Twitch. There's an etiquette. There is an etiquette that you have to learn about, and you have to learn about the way streams work and how people do in streams. So, and all of the terminology. So research is exactly as important. I spent maybe 3 weeks watching YouTube videos, 100+ YouTube videos, watching them to understand what is going on. And I still don't know. I'm a dumb shit. What can I say?
Basically, just be yourself and don't breach TOS. There we go.
No boobies on stream, okay?
But yeah, the research that I did was that the optimal thing is to stream at least 5 hours, and it's good to have a schedule. So, sorry, but that's what I read, that it's good to have a schedule. You should basically stream the same hours all the time, kind of. So it's good to be consistent. It's good to be consistent.
I do max 3 hours because I can't yell for that long. If anybody's been in my stream for more than 5 minutes, I exude so much energy that I nearly punch my monitor at least 15 times. So this is what
5 hours is a lot.
This is why I cannot use a camera on my face, because I probably would knock it out.
But no, the 5 hours thing was just something that I read. Obviously, you should do what works better for you. You should do what works better for you. But I think the most important thing about streaming is consistency.
Yes.
And I also heard that I do a little too much, but I mean, I don't have anything else going on, so I mean, I do have the availability to stream pretty much every single day of the week. I actually read something a few days ago that a streamer basically said for you not to stream that much and for you not to stream every single day of the week, because people need to miss you so they go to your stream next time.
That's also controversial. A lot of new streamers were like, well, I want to be out there. I want people to see me. And other people don't want to see you that much. Just go away.
Kind of no, but I mean, in a way, it was a good point. It was like stream 3 days a week, and people are gonna miss you, so they will try to be on your next stream because they know that you don't stream every day, kind of thing. And then she said, "Oh, spend those 2 days doing, content creation for YouTube, TikTok, and yada yada yada." So I don't know. I feel like that one is a little weird, but the 5 hour one, I don't know. I don't even know about that. It was something with the visibility of the 5 hours. I don't even know. But I think the other thing that I researched about was that you should stream a game between 500 to 1,500 views. So 500 to 1,500 views are the optimal one, because then you're not really low on the list. You're kind of high. So you have a bigger chance to have people in and watch you than if you're streaming a game that has 40k views, for example. But like I said, it's just people giving their opinions. It's probably something that it's obviously not set in stone. So the best thing is just to do what you feel like. And I was gonna say something else and I forgot.
Yeah, I was reading Captain's post here about the way some chatters come in and make very inappropriate comments towards humans. There's a lot of that. Especially if you use a camera. It's like, why you gotta do that? Okay.
There was some people. I thankfully I don't get a lot of these people. But I usually like to mess up with them a little bit, because obviously I feel like a lot of these people come in with the thought that they are gonna get banned. So sometimes I like to. It's like they say something stupid and I like to counter it in a fun way or something, because I think it's really good for the vibe of the stream, not to get a little too serious or disturbed by it. So I usually say something funny and then I ban them. But sadly, there's a lot of people that think it's really funny to do, obviously comment to one's appearance.
You do that very well. You're just like, nah, I don't care. You're not taking my vibe down. Yeah, whatever. But I love that. Some people just don't get the hell out of my chat. You're like, nah, whatever, go away.
I don't know. In the beginning, I obviously would feel a little bad about it, because there's obviously a few comments that get to me because I do have my insecurities. But I was like, I mean, these people are obviously do it on purpose.
Yes.
So if I get bothered by it, then they win, and they are gonna be like negatively impacting my stream throughout the rest of my stream, rather for like then if they bother me for 5 minutes is fine, but back in the day they would kind of bring me down and I would be a little bit more quieter throughout like 2-3 hours of the stream. So I was just like, I'm just gonna play with these people because obviously they are doing it on purpose. I'm not gonna let them bother me. It's whatever. I'm surrounded by amazing people. These people don't deserve to be here, so I'm just gonna mess around and then I'm gonna ban them and then I'm gonna continue doing my thing because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. For example, yesterday I raided Panny Meowie, which is a lovely streamer that I really enjoy I really enjoy being there, interacting with her. It was actually Zero that introduced me to her, I think. No, I met Zero there. Never mind. My mod. I met Zero there.
It's all right.
But yeah, there was someone that came to her channel and basically said something like, I wonder what color of bra you're wearing or something like that. Or let me guess the color of your bra or whatever like that. And I was like, if that was me, I would read that comment and I would be like, joke's on you, buddy. I'm not wearing one. And then I will ban them. That's usually what I do.
Love it. Half the time I don't see trolls because my mods are like a SWAT team. So I was doing a diamond painting stream. Basically, it's just a canvas you stick gems on, and I was talking to chill. And a dude came in and was like, "You have fat hands." I saw it for a brief second, and then one of my mods was like, "You're out of here!" He hit a home run and knocked him out. It's like, I don't even know what that was, but thank you. My mods are like sentinels. No one is allowed to hurt my vibe.
Yeah, some people are removed right away. I mean, it's like the mods are doing me a favor, so I don't want to have them all the time if they have things to do, obviously. So that's how I usually deal with it if it does not get removed right away.
But that's a good thing.
I think
that's good. I usually ignore them which is because I just won't talk
yeah.
to them or acknowledge their statement. Just continue.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I tried to do that before. Sometimes I ignore people that I don't want to interact with for certain things, and they keep spamming it. So I have to say something about it.
Then you ban them. It's like, no, Mr. Monkey, I'm not talking to you. Please go away. But I mean, the gorgeous streamers like the people who put that, like yourself and other female streamers that take pride in how they look, and then people come in and say, "Oh man, she's hot." Like, get out of here, dude. You're not here.
I'm like, hell yeah, I am. You can't even handle this.
See, not all streamers handle it that way. I love that about you.
Yeah, but that was like a learning curve, and it obviously depends from person to person. I got a few of those before that at this point in time I just don't care because I know they're doing it on purpose. So I don't actually mind those things that much. What I mind is when people come to my chat and spoil the game for me.
Don't get me started on backseaters and spoilers, because then I'm going to be on that box for a next hour, and I'm pretty sure you have things to do. yeah. But yeah, it was someone that came into the chat. I was playing the game for the first time and never watched it or anything, and basically just told me the end of the game. And I was like, are you serious? I'm just glad that my memory's not that great, so I usually don't store that much information, but come on. Why do you have being lackluster? I love that. But yeah, the backseaters, people who give you hints now and again. Like in my chat, I have this thing, don't backseat, or we will ban your timed out. So if I'm having trouble and you say, hey, do you need a hint? Then I'll say, yes, please give me a hint. But otherwise, please don't, okay? Please don't. I will sit here and struggle for an hour. And when I figure it out, I'll be like, hallelujah. But otherwise,
that's
please play.
Yeah, that's what I usually say. I like to try out. I like to try things out in the beginning, and then if I don't get it, then I'm gonna ask for help. And I say that I usually don't like backseating, like when it's like really heavy. I like backseating like slightly when it's like you literally went past something important like 3 times. Just calm down and look around. I don't mind things like that. I think those are kind of nice. But to tell you directly what to do, then that's not good.
Yeah, it tips your corners a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, and I usually say like, listen, I'm not doing a speedrun pro stream. It's my first playthrough. Of course I don't know what to do.
Yes, exactly.
Just give me 2 seconds, I'll figure it out.
All right, Electra, we are down to the last question, which has nothing to do with anything with streaming. It's just me being a weirdo.
Okay, I like weirdos.
It's the off-wall question because I am a pocket writer. I write stories occasionally. It's just like picking up people. So if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
I kind of want to make a joke and say that I want to be remembered as the best toilet scrubber in the world, but I'll give you an honest answer. Just because it connects to the beginning of the stream, I'm sorry. I don't know. I would like to be remembered as someone that was true to herself, someone that was transparent, someone that was a positive thing in your life. I want to be remembered as a positive thing. For people that obviously met me, I'm obviously not going to meet everyone in the world, but I just want to be remembered as like a positive, funny person. That's good for me. Or be remembered at all. That's a good one too. I also want to be remembered. Don't forget me. Don't forget me, please.
No, you are very memorable. You are my favorite. I'm off Wednesdays because I work at 4.
Yeah.
So I'm off Wednesdays. So usually, I'll come in and I'll wake up. I'll get my morning beverage and just sit with the good vibes. So you improve my day, if that means anything.
Oh, thank you. But that's what I still want to do with the stream, meet people, have fun, be positive, be transparent, making your day a little bit better, because in doing that, you're making my day a little bit better too. So I just want us to all be happy. Maybe today is not the day to be happy, maybe not tomorrow, but I do wish you all the best, and I really hope that all of you can find happiness. So big hug from me.
Greatest weirdo in the world? Well, I don't know about her being a weirdo, but she is great. She is very great.
I'm a little weird. I'm a little too. I just want the best for everyone that sometimes I forget about myself. So that's usually the problem for me. When everyone was talking about me when I was younger in terms of my qualities and personality, they always say that I'm too good for my own good. Which I do believe it is true, but I think it's good to give. I always enjoy to make people a little bit happy, a little bit better, and I'm stumbling on my words. Damn it, getting emotional here.
ElektraKute is one of those sweet beings of the world that is a treasure and must be protected at all costs. Okay, so anybody comes at her, I'll bonk you. Okay, because she's
that's
amazing.
Great. I'm always inside, so I don't go outside, so it's fine. Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna fall in the shower or something like that.
All right,
which sometimes it happens.
Well, that's all my questions.
Okay, now I ask you everything that you ask me back.
No.
Go ahead.
No, nobody wants to hear my shenanigans. It's fine. It's fine.
When are you gonna interview yourself? There's this question that we all want to know.
You want me to interview myself? Well, I do talk to myself a lot, so I guess. So thank you so much for joining me today, Elektra.
Thank you.
You are a treat to talk to, and maybe I'll kind of weasel you on my podcast again.
It was a pleasure. You can have me any time of the day. Pun intended.
I love that. You can have me any time of the day. That's great. Chat, there's a shout out thing right there. Go follow her or I will find you. Okay? I will find you and I will say creepy things in your ear for the next 3 days. So go follow her because Elektra is amazing. Her community is great. She plays the best games. She's super sweet and welcoming. But just make sure that you have your first hour not looking for playing games because she's just going to talk to chat.
And everyone that is hanging out with us today, feel free to follow Pizzachan because she's awesome. She's amazing. She's gonna definitely interview herself later. Just wait for that. It's gonna be epic. But yeah, she's lovely and she has a lot of amazing people over. So I'm sure that you might find your next favorite streamer here. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's destiny. Maybe it's fate.
Maybe it's fate. Yeah, I'm taking a kind of a hiatus right now. I'm only doing the remaining podcast because I'm burnt out. I've had lots of bad things happen. So I'm just gonna rest and relax and then come back fully charged. And then I'm
you
gonna
do that.
So
you do that. Tell your tell your hubby to put you in the couch with a big blanket, a plushie, loads of pizza. You are not gonna do anything for a whole week.
How if I say put me in the couch because I'm scared of what's in my couch.
Okay, then I don't know, in the bed. I had no idea that you had a ghost in the couch too. I'm sorry.
My couch is old, so you kind of things fall into it, including your butt when you're sitting on it. So it kind of like wants to eat.
Oh, but that's awesome. I love when the couch kind of eats you up. So you're
it's
like
kinda,
a burrito.
Right, and especially if you have a blanket, it's kind of like I turned into a little taco and squeezed myself in there. It's great. It's great for watching.
It's a pizza taco.
A V-taco. A pataco. Yes, we made a new thing. But anyway, thank you, Elektra, for coming to join me today. I love you so much.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
See, I told you, you're not nervous. You did really, really well.
It's just because it was my first time. You're always a little bit nervous in your first time, okay?
All right, so you can hop off here if you want, because I know you have to go and eat the foods with the family. So.
I know. I'm taking my sweet time, so Marcus does everything, and I don't have to do a thing. Don't tell anyone, though. Don't tell him.
But if you want to jump off, you can and go pee or do
okay.
Okay? So but thank you so much. You're an awesome guest.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys. Big hug. Big hug.
She is so fun. She is so fun. So thank you guys for stopping by today. Thank you for the follows and just hanging out with us. Elektra is amazing. Go follow her. Like I said, or I'm going to come hunt you down. Like I said, I'm going to be on a hiatus until July, but I will be continuing podcast. The next podcast will be June 18th with Callie. Callie is one of my favorite cozy streamers. She's sweet, she has a dog named Moose. You don't want to miss that. And the grand finale is Matt RPD, which will be Friday the 30th at 1 p.m. That'll be fun. And then I will be back with regular streaming. But yes, thank you all for being great. And I'm going to go and try to relax and eat food and play with my rats because my rat babies are amazing. But let me see if I can find somebody to raid because we got lots of beautiful peoples out there today. Who shall we raid? Who shall we raid? Who's streaming today? Who did I raid last time? Who shall I raid today? You're welcome, Ash. Ash, it's good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. I love your face. Let's see. Let's go raid Angie. Angie's playing Resident Evil 4 because if you're playing Resident Evil, that's where I'm going to go because we love Resident Evil. Go follow Angie. Angie is an amazing... I click that. I don't need to change the title. But Angie's an amazing Resident Evil streamer. She does cosplay as well. She's sweet, has a great cat named Finn, who is sassy. So go say hi to her. Remember, everybody take care of yourself today. Have some pizza. Go pet your cat. Go outside and touch some grass, for God's sake, because everybody needs to touch grass. And I will see you guys on the 18th. I love your faces. Take care. Bye-bye.